Paul is Dead is an urban legend and conspiracy theory alleging that the English musician Paul McCartney of the Beatles died in 1966 and was secretly replaced by a lookalike. The rumour began circulating in 1966, gaining broad popularity in September 1969 following reports on American college campuses. That's according to Wikipedia, of course. On the 12th of September 1966, a news flash of a Beatle being involved in a car crash was witnessed by American viewers who were tuned in to watch the premiere episode of the Monkees television show. Some of those then teenagers vividly recalled having seen the news flash while waiting to see if the new Monkees band were as good as their beloved Beatles. The news flash was witnessed on both the east and west coasts of America. The West Coast version identified Paul McCartney as the Beatle involved and even specified death. The announcement promised the full story at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it never appeared. The earlier statement was never addressed or retracted. Several witnesses to the newsflash have now written sworn testimonies regarding what they saw on the night of the 12th of September 1966. Whether true or a case of collective boom of false memories or yet another urban myth, this twist in the Monkees' story is still an intriguing start to the Monkees' relationship and connection to the Beatles. The newsflash never made the headlines in the Beatles' native England. As per the line in the Beatles' Lady Madonna, Wednesday morning papers didn't come, certainly not with any Beatles-related fatality headlines. But we did get to read about another accident when on the 31st of December 1965, the Daily Mirror carried an article with the heading, "No fight, says injured Beatle." The article went on to explain, Beatle Paul McCartney denied last night that his gashed eyebrow and cut lip were the result of a fight. He said he had fallen off his moped during his Christmas stay with his family near Liverpool. With the story of Paul's accident being covered by a national newspaper in December '65, stories of Paul being involved in vehicle accidents weren't anything new to the British public. Beatles fans, who bought the June '66 edition of the group's official publication, the Beatles Book Monthly, could see the topic of Paul's chipped tooth was still being discussed in print, 6 months after his Boxing Day moped accident. In February 1967, a strange notice appeared in the Beatles news section of Beatles Book Monthly, the band's official magazine. Stories about the Beatles are always flying around Fleet Street. The 7th of January was very icy, with dangerous conditions on the M1 motorway, the magazine noted, and went on to inform and comfort its readers that a rumour swept London that Paul McCartney had been killed in a car crash on the M1, but, of course, there was absolutely no truth in it at all. Directly below this Beatles announcement that Paul is not dead, another announcement informed the reader that the boys had decided to grow moustaches for the new year, and a strange photo George appeared of him shaving and sporting a moustache on the inside pages, and an image of a mustachioed Paul appeared on the magazine back cover. Strange, because the George Harrison reflection in the mirror had a moustache and the other one didn't. Likewise, something appears to be a bit odd about Paul's moustache. What exactly was odd about Paul's moustache could be seen in the following month's March edition of Beatles Book Monthly, when a cropped and manipulated older photo of Paul and Ringo appears on the front cover, this time featuring only Paul, but with the addition of a moustache. The original jacket has been blacked out, and Ringo has been cropped out of the shot, except you can see the headstock of the guitar Ringo was holding in the original photo, just above the word price, in the lower banner of the March 1967 edition. So what was all that photo manipulation and fake moustache monkey business about then? An intriguing, if not unsettling, aspect of the Monkees TV show premiere is the subject matter of the plot. The episode was titled Royal Flush, and its plot revolved around an attempted assassination of Princess Bettina, the Duchess of Harmonica. Perhaps the assassination plot of the episode, timed with the newsflash announcing the death of a Beatle, was some kind of a psyop, or just an unfortunate coincidence. Who knows? Katherine Walsh was the actress who played Princess Bettina. She died in London on October the 7th, 1970. Walsh died while at a small party in her flat in Kensington. The coroner's report in London returned an open verdict because of insufficient evidence, concluding death was due to alcohol and barbiturate poisoning, but that it had been impossible to establish whether the death was due to suicide or accident. Walsh is best known for the last professional acting assignment of her career, as Lulu in the American psychedelic film The Trip, starring Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda, written by Jack Nicholson and directed by Roger Corman. Jack Nicholson's involvement with the Monkees continues in 1968, when he becomes the writer of Head, the Monkees' so-called satirical musical adventure film, and total flop. The Trip was released on August 23, 1967. It was shot on location in and around Los Angeles, over 3 weeks in between March and April 1967. Peter Fonda stars as a young man who experiences his first LSD trip. Mike Nesmith attended a Beatles recording session for A Day in the Life in February 1967. When it came to the question, what was it like to be there, Nesmith revealed, "It's an unanswerable question, because when you're there, this goes a little philosophical, but when you're there, you don't have any idea you are there." Well, it was all very trippy at that time. Lucy was in the sky with diamonds when the Beatles released their Sgt. Pepper album in May '67, and the pop music scene turned all psychedelic.